Okay, so our models have generated. See, this is the top side, looks pretty okay. Let's check out the bottom, and that looks fine as well. Okay, so after you generate these, we are going to try and merge the top and bottom sides into a single chunk. The way we do that is a technique called marker-based alignment. So essentially we are going to find at least 3 points which are clearly visible on both the top and bottom models. We are going to mark them, and based on those points we are going to do the alignment. So we need to figure out 3 points which are visible on both models. For this you should turn on markers, and let's see now. This is the top side model, but these patterns here are pretty visible, so I might as well put a point right here. So right click wherever you feel like and click add a marker. You can also right click on the marker to remove it if you want. I just want to place it a bit better. I want it right on the edge. It's best to use some points on the model which are clearly visible. Okay, so we use the uppermost triangle, so roughly there should be 0.1. Okay, let's see what to do next. So maybe we could use one of these diamonds. I'm not sure if they're visible. This one ought to be visible on the other model. Let's mark the bottom of it. So right click here, add marker. Let's go to the other model. So this is the right wing. Okay. Top model, right wing, somewhere down here. Okay, point number 2. We could put point number 3 on the head, but on this particular model the head is a bit wobbly, so in the off chance that it moved between the taking pictures of top and bottom models, I'm going to skip it, because if I align based on the body, if the head moved, we will see that it moved. So I'm going to skip it. I guess we could try using the B power symbol to mark the last point. Now let me see. Let's say the tip of the number 6. Let's check if that's visible on the other model. It's a bit blurry, but I reckon it's gonna be okay. Alright, so now we have along all these targets, which are the markers from the marker disk, now we have 3 points on each model. An important thing to note is that alignment is going to be performed in relation to the point names. So point 1 on this model is going to be aligned to the point 1 on the other model. And this is also why you have two different marker disks, because all of these markers on the disks are going to be named differently. If you use the same disk for both models, then the alignment won't work, because Metashape is going to align the disks instead of your custom points. In case you forgot to switch disks between taking pictures, you can go down here to reference, and here is the list of all the markers, and you can double click each of the markers to change the name to something else. So like I usually put _1 when that happens to me. So just choose one of the sides and change all the marker names, and you will be able to perform alignment that way. Okay, so now that we marked our 3 points, we go to workflow, align chunks. We only select the open top and open bottom, and here we choose marker based alignment. Okay, so the alignment was performed. It's a quick operation to see if we succeeded. You go to this button, show the aligned chunks. It will take a second. And there we go. Now we can see both chunks at the same time. It's a bit chaotic with the markers, so I'm gonna turn them off right now. Also, you can see the closed model there. Let me just disable those so they don't distract us. And we can see the head looks okay. There is some movement here, I suppose, but it's not terrible. I think it's gonna be fine. You see all these noisy bits around the model. Don't worry about those. They're gonna be neutralized when we combine the models. So this looks pretty great. I'm happy with that. And so I'm going to merge these two chunks. I don't like transferring any of the features that you have here. You could transfer depth maps, it could save you some time, but it's better to generate them again after you merge the chunks, because that will remove some of the artifacts. So I'm just going to merge them without transferring anything. Okay, so a new chunk has been created over here. We are going to turn off the show aligned chunks. We will go to the merged chunk. I will just rename it to open merged. And as you can see, it's both chunks in the same place. This is how you get a 360-degree model. So from here on, the procedure is the same. We will configure our region so that we don't have to process more than we need. Just really quickly tighten it around the model roughly. I won't go too in depth with this. And now you want to make sure to not cut off any bit of the model. Okay, that looks pretty good. We will create a new batch process, which will consist of building a mesh with default settings. Now you can choose the quality. High quality is overkill, but if you want to, you can't actually. Maybe with depth maps you can go up to ultra high, but I didn't see any benefit with high it's already a lot of polygons, maybe even too much, but I like my models to be detailed. Depth filtering mild, that's okay. Actually, let me edit that process. We don't want to process all chunks, we only want to process the merged one. Then we're gonna build the texture. Only choose the merged chunk, and chances are even this will not be the final texture, because later we might have to do some model cleanup to make it look the best it can look. So this is again just a temporary texture, so we get a feel of if everything is alright. You can lower the resolution if you want to, and let's let it do its thing.